Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. A matchup tonight. KMC coming in 18-3 and 13-8.
Goddard versus Kapaun Mount Carmel. Lions versus Crusaders.
Featuring the visiting Goddard Lions against the Kapaun Crusaders. This evening's winner advances to the 5A state basketball for the next week in Emporia. KMC administration, head coach team, and his assistant coaches, and the student athletes would like to thank those in attendance. We appreciate your support for high school athletics. Special salute goes out to
Opening, good.
Millie. Hello and welcome to tonight's broadcast between the 2 seed, the Cape Mount Carmel Crusaders, coming into tonight's matchup 18-3, and the number 10 seed, the 13-8 Goddard Eisenhower Lions. Goddard Lions, excuse me. I'm Andrew Greer, and I'm joined by my co-host tonight,
Grayson Greer.
And coming in tonight, Goddard, the underdog, knocking off the 7th seed Hayes in a 63-47 win on Wednesday. And Grayson, walk me through this KMC team tonight coming in and obviously playing a tough Goddard team. What should we see?
Kapaun coming off a strong win over the Arc City Bulldogs earlier this week. 74-40 the final score of that one. As the crowd gets energized here, I think we're in a good matchup between these two teams to see who will face off in Emporia and be the Substate champion.
And as the Crusaders, that will go in the other direction. Goddard ball, as that one was tipped out too far out of the hands of Brooks Powers.
And the starting lineup for Goddard Eisenhower Lions, number 1, Logan Davis, number 20, Micah Johnson, number 23, Ashton Sell, number 30, Nick Rogers, and number 34, Jake Jasnowski.
And Grayson, this Goddard team comes in energized. They're wanting to win and knock off a tough KMC team, as Brooks Powers intercepts an easy pass from a Lion, and it will start this KMC offense as Corey Daniels in the corner, no good, kicked out to Powers, and KMC will get another opportunity. And in the corner, Thingvall, good, the dagger, and KMC is on the board first with 3 points from number 4. And this KMC offense is obviously led by Will Thingvall on the court. He is an excellent shooter for this team. Give him the ball in space, his feet planted, and he will hit those shots. And a little miscommunication by Logan Davis on that part, and KMC will get the ball back. And taking the ball up for KMC is number 21, Corbin Johnson, a junior leader for this squad, and be a key player next year. And then number 11 along the wing, that's Corey Daniels. He can shoot. And number 22, he'll be a paint and wing player. That's Tegan Charles. And Brooks Powers in the paint. Dish that one off to Will Thingvall, and Will Thingvall with the shot. He obviously had the big 3 earlier. He will be a key player tonight. And driving in, that's Rogers, good on the floater. And this is a 1-point game.
And number 11, Corey Daniels, making his 2nd start of the season. His first was on Tuesday night versus the Arc City Bulldogs, and he has proved to keep his spot and that he's a great player for this Kapaun offense and defense.
And Grayson Daniels, just a quick player. He knows exactly where he needs to be on the court, and his defense is ferocious.
A good drawn and one there by Will Thingvall, the senior guard for the Crusader team. A huge player this year for them, as he can come out and be explosive, as he will not make the first there. But struggling a little bit in the later half of the season this year. Thingvall with his shooting earlier in the season, a dead eye from 3-point range, and it slowed down a bit in the second half of the season. But hopefully he can come back to his ways, as we saw that first 3 by him in this game.
And Davis taking it down the court, closely guarded by Daniels. And we'll watch this Lions offense work. And inside, off the backboard, that was Sell. And Will Thingvall hitting the court hard. And KMC will take it the other way as we have a tied game. And Powers off the screen, inside, good. Not much stoppage from the Goddard defense on that one.
Goddard still holding their own here, getting their own offensive buckets, finding holes in that Kapaun defense. And they are for sure in a tight battle here with the Crusaders. And I think this one will last all 4 quarters.
And the Lions already playing very physical offense, as that one not going their way, as Team Charles will give it to Daniels, and KMC will set up another offensive possession. Daniels inside to Charles, the easy dish for 2 points, and Charles is on the board.
And the great dish by Daniels there, faking out defenders, acting like he was going to go through the contact for layup, and dishing it down to the block for Charles to put in the easy layup.
Davis finding some trouble, getting it inside, and great passing out to the wing. Rogers off the mark, and Powers will get the rebound. And Daniels, the pump fake, but that one will be called a travel, and it will be sent the other way.
And checking, and for the Crusaders, number 5, Rocco Keller, checking out for number 4, Will Thangval. Thangval talking over with head coach Steve Eck, as he will immediately head back to the scorer's table. And the key thing, this Kapaun defense the past 2 weeks, introducing more of a trap defense, trying to get point guards in positions where they will make mistakes and get intercepted passes. And it has worked out well for them. First off against Arc City. We'll see how it fares for them tonight.
And Janowski handling the ball. In and out. And off the mark is Davis. And an early miss from the point guard for the Lions is not a good sign. And Powers with the dish. Keller with his first points. And KMC has done an excellent job of getting the dishes inside the paint. Those quick passes, setting up the opportunities.
And travel there for the Lions, definitely needing something now, as they have not scored in a while. They need to get something here before the Crusaders keep rolling on offense like they have so far.
And Bryson Warren checked in for the Lions. He's number 2. And an easy bucket for Keller. And a timeout will be called, as these two teams will talk things over.
And it will be a half timeout by the Lions, definitely wanting to talk things over here as things have slowed down for them. There's 2 early buckets. And the Lions have gotten 2 opportunities, very good open looks from 3-point range, but not able to hit on either of those. 0 for 2 on 3-pointers. The Crusaders definitely needing to find a way to not let those opportunities happen in case the Lions get warm and start to sink those shots.
You're exactly right, and KMC has done a great job with the help defense, forcing those silly shots, as you could say. Those untimed shots, maybe not what the Lions needed, but KMC does a great job of flustering their opponents. And Rogers will take it up, guarded by Thingvall. And you can see this Lions offense in action, trying to set up a shooter. And over the head of Thingvall, Rogers in the corner for 3.
And a huge 3 there, picking up momentum for the Lions, as that was a desperately needed points. And a good 3 over the defense of Thangval.
Daniel surveying the court, finding Charles. Double teamed, no good for number 22. And Rogers will shoot again, good. He's 2 for 2 from the arc.
And the Goddard faithful on their feet. A big 2-possession, 2-3 run for the Lions. So it will be a half timeout called by Coach Steve Eck of the Crusaders, slowing down that Goddard streak as they just came out and threw 2 huge punches at the Crusaders without them being able to respond. And definitely just settle down here and get back to what the Crusaders were doing before those 2 threes were hit. Eisenhower definitely looking to continue what they just got going. Now trailing 2 with about 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in this first quarter.
And Grayson, something we've seen all year long from KMC and their opponents is opponents really sticking with KMC that first half, and sometimes that first quarter of the second half. But KMC definitely takes off and they turn on the jets as soon as they exit the break. And Rogers with the pump fake, blocked by Keller. The timing was perfect. And another one. And KMC will come away with the possession. Kobe Johnson with the defensive rebound.
And Keller with amazing defense there. Blocking the first one, they got it back. He's like, not in this paint while I'm here. Got rid of it again, looking like a volleyball player out there. And huge. Crusaders not able to convert on those. As number 2, Jude Porter will check into the game for number 21, Corbin Johnson.
And the freshman, number 15, Blaze Dalian, will also check in for Corey Daniels. And Warren making a move out and off the mark from 3. And KMC hustling down the court once again to set up another possession. And Powers' pass is on the ground, and that will be Lions ball.
And a huge stop there for the Lions. Crusaders stolen by Jude Porter, but he misses the layup. Second will be good. But just catching the Lions off guard there, and something that Jude can do with his athleticism and speed. And huge there, putting the Crusaders up by 4.
And with 45 seconds left in the first quarter of play, KMC up by 4 as that 3 is off the mark. And Porter down the court in transition, no good. His second missed layup of the game. But KMC will end up scoring on the second chance opportunity.
20 seconds remain here. The Lions probably want to hold on to the ball, try to get this last possession here.
And Warren for 3, no good. And KMC will take it the other direction as this quarter will likely end. And Thingvall, pump fake, good! Thingvall, the buzzer beater to end the quarter. His second 3 of the night. KMC shooting 40% from the perimeter. Excellent job by number 4. And one thing that we haven't mentioned yet, Grayson, is Will Thingvall, the Blue Stem Classic Tournament MVP. And that was the last time these two teams played in the Blue Stem Classic Championship game. KMC coming out on top 71-52. And that's a point of focus in tonight's matchup, because these teams have obviously seen each other earlier in the season. KMC was able to dominate and come away on top. What do you think so far in this game? How is this shaping out to be?
It's been a matchup of just streaking. So the Crusaders getting strong lead 10-4. Then Goddard coming back with some of their punches of their own, coming back to the Crusaders. The Crusaders run away with it, 19-10 coming out of the quarter with that buzzer beater by Thangvall. And so both teams having their moments where they explode, and the other team coming right back. And I think we're in for a good matchup here for the rest of the night. It'll be Blaze Dalian to check in for Crusaders, and Herlocker making his first appearance of the night.
And Dalen off the mark from 3. Erlocker, no good. KMC still retaining possession, and that will be going the other way.
And no good on multiple opportunities there for the Crusaders, as Porter will make contact with number 1, Logan Davis, running down the court, and he'll be called for his first personal.
Warren to inbound. And that's Rogers, guarded by Powers. trying to set up the offense. And losing the ball is Rogers. Daly picking it up and taking the other direction. And Daly inside. Good.
Crusaders playing with a lot of energy right now, both on defense, playing back on defense, and then they will jump at you and get that steal like Daly did, and then converting on the other end. But a foul will be called for a push, and it looks to be on the freshman. It'll be his first of the game as well, team's second of the quarter.
And Davis guarded by Porter. Porter has shown some strong defense all night long. And a whistle will be called.
There'll be another one on Porter, his second, as he will check out of the game in exchange for number 21, Corbin Johnson, once again.
And Roger setting up the play inside. Janowski batted away. Powers with the steal. And KMC yet another steal in transition. Johnson off the mark from three. He's yet to score any points tonight.
That'll be the second personal for number 15, Blaze Dalian, as number 22, Tegan Charles, will check in for the freshman. And it looks to be a shove at looking for the rebound under the basket there. And it'll be Logan Davis to bring down the court.
And up by 11, KMC in the driver's seat. They haven't faced much adversity yet. But this Eisenhower team is sneaky good. And Rogers looked like he picked up his dribble there, but no call from the official.
And that one will be called on number 30, Nick Rogers, his first, team first. And that will be number 31, Landon Durbin, his first appearance of the game, in exchange for number 34, Jake Jasnowski.
And Powers on the cut. Charles inside, good. And timeout will be called as both teams will talk things over.
And Goddard talking things over. Coming out of the last timeout, it was 19-10 Crusaders, so Goddard not able to get anything more within that chunk of time. So the Crusaders will get some time to rest their players here, looking to continue their success. Eisenhower definitely looking for a way to get more offense, as they have shot 27% from the field, next to the Crusaders' 48%.
And Nick Rogers will inbound for the Lions. And Logan Davis will yet again take it down the court, trying to rejuvenate this Lions offense. And some passing from Goddard. Inside, blocked by Charles. But Goddard will retain possession. And from three, going inside, blocked. And that was Johnson with the missed opportunity.
With the amount of blocks tonight, it seems like a volleyball match on the Crusaders side. So many blocked shots in the paint. Goddard definitely needing to find a way to power through those.
Warren hustling down the court, getting out to three. That's Logan Davis off the mark. And Eisenhower 2 for 8, shooting 25% from the perimeter. Charles wide open. Good.
And that is not a guy you want to leave open with a jumper, as he shows there, bringing that Crusader lead to 15.
And Davis making a spin move on Johnson. And he will airball that one. Warren for three. No good, as he will be sent to the line for 3 shots.
And Bryson Warren to take 3 shots here. And he has a chance to put Goddard's first points of the quarter on the board, as they have struggled significantly on offense, not getting any looks, as the Crusaders defense has been hounding on them.
And Warren knocks down his second, as both teams will make some substitutions. Micah Johnson will check in for the Lions, as well as Jake Jesnowski. And Warren no good on opportunity. 2 for 3 from the line. Thinkball for 3 off the mark.
And that was not a miss that you will usually see from a player like Thangval. But still no good there for the Lions.
And Jesnowski, another miss, as KMC has been proficient in the paint, not letting anything through easily. And Daniels handling the ball. Keller off the screen inside the pick and roll, executed excellently. And Charles poking that one out of bounds. That will be Eisen Goddard ball.
Number 34, Jake Jesnowski, doing his best to create separation from Charles' defense. That pass will just be end up out of bounds.
And Rogers double teamed. Gets that out to Davis. In the corner, Warren. Good for 3.
And a huge 3 there, bringing that lead down to 12, and something a little bit easier to claw back from, as the Lions still have a lot of basketball to play ahead of them.
Keller stripped inside the paint, and Rogers will take it the other way. He's triple teamed inside, no good on the miss. And a rocket from Thingvoll to Charles inside for the dunk. And 29-15 KMC with 2:40 left in the half. Good from 3, Rogers. Another make for the Lions.
Rogers, that was his 11th point of the night. Huge score from him.
And the Lions shooting 4 for 10, 40% from the perimeter. Excellent job of finding space for them.
And a travel will be called on Will Thangval. As Brooks Powers will check in for the Crusaders. As Herlocker will take a seat. And some sort of confusion here waiting for the inbound. As number 30, Nick Rogers, will take a seat after him hitting that 3.
And Jesnowski in the paint, a move, no good. Keller coming down with the rebound. KMC doing a great job of forcing misses within the paint. Powers threading through the defense, no good on the layup. And Logan Davis taking it down with hustle. Thingvoll will take it. And Keller good in transition.
The Crusaders continue to dominate on offense. 13-point lead here for the Crusaders. the Lions continue to make some buckets, but need to be consistent scores on their possessions.
And out, Johnson. And for three, that's Sell, no good. And Goddard will retain possession. Warren trying to make a move on Thingvall. And Goddard taking their time with just under a minute left in the second quarter.
And that pass will be thrown off the foot of number 11, Corey Daniels. So it will stay with the Lions as they will inbound in front of the Kapaun bench. Number 20, Micah Johnson will take a seat for the Lions.
Rogers for the no good. And Thingvall, the 2-on-1. Powers inside. Pump fake, no. KMC will retain possession. Johnson throwing one up. And he will be sent to the line for two.
And eventually the foul is finally called. Lots of contact down in the paint on all of those scoring attempts from the Crusaders. But Johnson will end up being the one to take a call. And no good on the first free throw. 4 for 11 from three-point land for the Lions. So definitely some huge makes there that they've had tonight, but need to make more out of their attempts.
And Warren getting inside as it was in the hands of Keller, but the Lions will keep the ball. And Logan Davis to inbound. And KMC keeping up some tough defense. Trying to force a shot before the end of the quarter. A man down on the court. And that's not a good look for the Lions.
And he seems to be grabbing his knee in lots of pain, as he will be helped off of the court as we head into half. And thank you to all who have joined us for the first half. Crusaders 32, Lions 18 as we head into the break.
your attention to Senate Bill, where we will recognize some special accomplishment by some of our students this past winter. First up is Frank Alberti, a full-time all-state swimmer. Incredible history career at the state swimming championships by winning the state individual title in the 100-yard backstroke and 200-yard individual medley. With his dominating performances this year, Frank became the four-time 5A state champion in the 100-yard back and a two-time state champion in the 200 IM. This year, Frank won the 200 IM at state by 2.5 seconds over his nearest competitor, dominating the rest of the field. KMC wishes Frank the very best as he continues to pursue his swimming career at University of Illinois, Chicago. Frank Alberti. Next up is J.L. Johnson. J.L. plays first in the 5A 6A state wrestling meet last Saturday, winning the 140-pound weight class. J.L. is the first ever female wrestler from Ada to win an individual state title. She finished her senior year with a record of 31-3. J.L. is also a three-time city champion and a two-time regional champion. She was named the Regional Wrestler of the Year this year. So congratulations to J.L. Johnson. Next up, Omari Elias. You may know him as the POA Football Player of the Year, but Omari Elias is also a wrestling champion. Omari finished his senior wrestling season by winning the state championship in the 190-pound weight class at the 5A state last Saturday. Omari's senior season record was an impressive 40-1. Omari finished his wrestling career as a three-time City League champion, as well as the 2024 regional champion.
Hello and welcome back to tonight's broadcast as KMC leads the Goddard Lions 32-18. KMC came in as a 2 seed and the Lions came in as a number 10 seed. And they've put up a fight so far. KMC well in the driver's seat, but the Lions have put on some pressure. And we'll see how this second half of play turns out. And the Lions already executing some quick offense to Jansky. Inside, no good. As Johnson, no good on the second chance opportunity.
And that is something that Jasnowski has struggled with. He has missed lots of open layup opportunities in the paint in the first half, and he just continued that struggle there. As Powers, good on the driving layup, something in an area of his game where he's been functional all year. And that will be the opening points of the half for the Crusaders. But an instant answer, deep three from Logan Davis. And that is a huge three that we did not see from the Lions as much in the first half.
And that's a capital punishment a capital sin in basketball, leaving a big three-point shooter wide open. And KMC needs to prevent a little bit less of that. And no good by Davis, but Sal will come away with the layup. And KMC will call a timeout as the quick scores from Goddard must have gotten them a little flustered. They're going to talk things over.
Yes, and a very, very quick timeout. I mean, the quarter had just started, coming out of half. Crusaders slowing down a little bit. The points coming from Powers were good, but then the two major scoring opportunities for the Lions, that big three, very deep three for number 1 Logan Davis that was able to fall. An excellent shot from him, but Coach Eck just trying to slow things down here for this Crusader team, get them back into where they belong on the court. And the Lions looking to claw back here as they trail by 11.
And Daniels taking it up for KMC. And keeping along the perimeter. Daniels for three, good. KMC is shooting 33% from the arc tonight. It takes a lot of courage to be able to pull the trigger like that. Jansky, no good. Daniels ripping that one away from him. But that one goes the other way as both teams fighting for possession. And Davis will be fouled. And he will get 3 shots at the line.
And that one was on number 11, Corey Daniels, his first of the game. So not bad for him, as he has had lots of minutes. So good that that is his first. Davis good on the first of his free throws. And something to note here, this Goddard Lions team shooting 21% from field goal range. And that is terrible numbers compared to the 47% that the Crusaders are currently shooting in this one.
And Brooks Powers will take it down. KMC leading by 11, looking to keep the pressure on Goddard. They're still in control, but a couple point swing will change that quickly. And Daniels taking it inside, out to Johnson. Johnson driving, the fake, good, off the backboard. And Johnson has 3 points.
And something that I've noticed over the past week with the Crusaders, once these playoffs started, they have been playing with lots more energy than we had seen from them as a team before that, losing 2 straight against the Northwest Grizzlies and then losing to the Heights Falcons. Crusaders instituting a new trap defense that Coach Eck had come up with, sitting and studying in his office.
And Rogers inside, making the move and kicking that one out, trying to reset. And Davis deep from three, no good. He made that one last time. Thought he could pull the trigger again.
And there will be a foul called as Thingvoll fought for the rebound. On number 20, Micah Johnson, his first. And something to note with the injury that we saw before, as we went into the half, does not look like number 2, Bryson Warren, will be returning to this one, as it seemed to be a very big knee injury for him. So we wish the best to him, as we hope it is nothing serious.
Daniels from three again, no good. Gets his own rebound inside. And the second chance opportunity is fruitful. And Daniels will get an opportunity for 3 points.
And a big show of athleticism from Corey Daniels, showing what he can do without constraint. And that will be to make this a 3-point play. It'll be good.
And Rogers running the court for the Lions, as that'll be whistle called. And for KMC, some new faces will check in, and that's Rocco Keller and Blaze Dalian checking in for Tegan Charles and Brooks Powers.
And the Lions definitely needing something here as they trail by 16. And that could be it, but the bank was not open for number 4, Yervin Manuel Phillips.
And Keller is good inside the paint, as he has 10 on the night.
And it'll be a full timeout called by the Lions head coach. And as we see number 2, Bryson Warren will return to the bench with a big ice pack around that knee. And as I said earlier, hoping the best for him and his future, as he still has 1 year left in high school. And Andrew, what do you think the Lions need to be looking to improve coming out of this timeout?
Well, Grayson, coming out of this timeout, KMC has been able to penetrate their defense. They've been able to find the weak spots, and they've been able to get the ball to those players, and they've been able to shoot well. KMC shooting 30% from the arc, 3 for 10. That's been a pro for this Goddard Eisenhower defense. I think they've done a great job of limiting the 3 ball by KMC. But KMC shooting 19 for 39 from the field goal, and that's a great number for them, and something that the Lions, I'm sure, will try to focus on limiting. And also the turnovers for them on offense. They have 8 tonight, something that has been a key factor in tonight's game. And Logan Davis will get it for his 2. Guarded by Jude Porter. And Johnson taking it down the court. And he will be fouled.
And almost an and one play there by Johnson, but definitely a tough layup to make there, as he took so much contact. And hopefully able to sink the 2 here.
And Johnson good on his first.
And Johnson has been a key scorer for this Crusaders team so far early in the year. Lots of high-scoring players for the team, but in the second half of the year, able to displace their scoring a lot better throughout the roster.
And Eisenhower keeping along in the perimeter. KMC executing some strong paint defense. And Rogers for 3, no good. And Keller will get the rebound. Thingvoll wide open for three. Good. And Thingvoll hits his third three-pointer of the night.
And that one went clean through the rim. And that will be a foul on number 2, Jude Porter, his third. Coach Eck not happy with that one from Porter as he gets a talking to from the bench. And sooner rather than later, this Lions team will be in despair as they have a strong deficit to overcome. And it'll be Jasnowski able to draw the foul.
And that was Thingvoll's first foul of the night. And Urlacher will check in for KFC. And Keller will exit. And Jasnowski is no good on his second. The deep heave, Dalian in the paint, no good. And a whistle is called as Thingvoll is able to launch that thing down the court. And Dalian is able to send himself to the line.
And that will be Manuel Phillips' first personal of the night, as Dalian is no good on the first. And the Lions are going to have a really rough time coming back in this one if they continue to shoot like they have so far. 8 for 41, 20% from field goal range. And that is 29% from three, 19% from just 2-point jump shots. So definitely something that has cursed them throughout this game.
But Grayson, as this lead starts to increase, KMC will be able to have a blank canvas to work with on offense, and they've been able to run some plays that might be effective later in the postseason. And Johnson kicking it out to Dalen. Dalen for three, off the mark, but Urlacher is right there, getting it right up for two.
And called that one a pass. Sorry, called that one a pass, as it ended up right in the hands of Urlacher for an easy layup. And it will be another foul called on number 2, Jude Porter, his fourth, as he has had a fouling fever tonight, as he already will pick up his fourth personal. And I would not be surprised to see a substitution here from the Crusader bench, as we still have 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
And the first one is good from Ashton Sell, as Daniels checks in for Porter.
And he's able to knock down that free throw. And it'll be Daniels to bring it down the court for the Crusaders. The Crusaders continuing their dominant offense as they won 74-40 over the Arc City Bulldogs last week. And Goddard way short of their point total last week, as they took the win over Hayes 63-47.
And excellent passing from KMC to set up. And one opportunity for Rocco Keller, his first trip to the line. And Keller having himself a very nice game tonight. 12 points already. And we still have plenty of game left. 1:32 left in the third quarter, and all of the fourth quarter left, as Keller knocks down his and one opportunity. And Rogers inside making some moves. Keller with a big block on him. Powers sending it down the court to Urlacher. Urlacher, good. And some tough defense by Johnson, but Urlacher prevailed.
And Keller has had a huge night on a defensive standpoint. Multiple blocks in the paint from him, and he has been able to play great defense on the paint players of the Lions. Has another one there. But a foul will eventually be called. Keller struggling to get up. Looks like he will be fine.
And Keller standing 6'5", one of the tallest players on KMC's lineup. He'll go over to the bench as he exits.
It'll be number 3 Mason Collins' first minutes of the night in this one. And a contact foul draw will be drawn by Jesnowski. It'll be on number 15 Blaze Daly, and the freshman for the Crusaders, his third personal.
And Jesnowski misses his first. And both teams in the bonus. And Powers coming away with the rebound. KMC up 57-31 as they keep on the gas. Urlacher good. And Urlacher has 6 points.
And that one will head out of bounds, stay with the Lions. But the huge difference in this one has definitely been shooting. 51% from field goal for the Crusaders and a mere 20 for the Lions. And that has definitely been the Achilles heel for their team tonight.
And that one is batted away before it gets to the hands of Rogers in time. But that will stay Lions basketball. And Nick Rogers will inbound for Goddard. And Logan Davis shoots up a 3 as time runs down. Powers will get off a last-second shot as it hits the backboard. Surprising shot on that one. Normally wide right or wide left, but KMC well in control of this one, 59-31. And this one will send the loser home, and the winner head to Emporia for state championship play. And the winner will have the opportunity to either play the winner of the Mays South versus Andover Central game. And Mays South coming into this game as the number 1 seed, facing off against Andover Central, the number 8 seed. Mays South, an excellent team. They would be some difficult competition for the Crusaders if it comes to that. But Grayson, walk me through this game and the potential playoff picture.
Crusaders have been dominant in this one, leading by a very solid 28 points right now. And they look to continue their success. And Goddard really needing anything to go their way as we head into the start of this fourth quarter. And whichever team the Crusaders end up playing in Emporia next week, it will be a tough challenge. Mays South undefeated so far heading into tonight. And the Andover Central Jaguars, a very solid team as well. So excited to see whatever matchup will come next week.
And Brooks Powers will take the ball up for KMC. Thinkball out to Johnson. And Thinkball for 3. No good, off the mark for him. And a whistle will be called. And that will be KMC's basketball.
That foul seems to be on number 22, number 34, Jesnowski, the official at first pointing at Charles, but both their arms tangled up in there. So alley-oop inbound, it's no good.
And Powers ends up getting the rebound as another whistle is called. KMC doing an excellent job in both offensive and defensive rebounds. 10 offensive tonight and a staggering 20 on defense. They've been able to stop Goddard possessions and take it the other way. And Thinkball inside, trying to make a move. And he'll be sent to the line.
And that will be 3 fouls in this one possession for the Lions, and not something that any team would ever want, as number 23, Ashton Sell, picked up his 3rd there, and turning in to more points for the Crusaders, as Thingvall will have 11 so far in this game after those free throws.
And Rogers will take it up and trying to get something going. Jasnowski inside. And he will get an and one opportunity.
And it looked to be called the blocking foul. Thingvall's feet not quite set as he was trying to draw the charge. And it will be Jasnowski to shoot 2.
And Brooks Powers will take it down for KMC. KMC up 60-34. Well in control of this one. And a clear miss by Johnson. Not something we see often from the junior.
Daniels, speedy player on speedy player here, defending Logan Davis. Davis not able to make it past the first layer of defense.
And Rogers will be called on travel. And KMC will get the possession. And Powers driving inside. And another whistle is called. And that one was on Nick Rogers, his 2nd foul of the night. And Charles will get the possession still. Off his hands, almost into the hands of Jasnowski.
Steve Eck in the ear of the official, as it looked like Jasnowski dropping his shoulder into the side of Charles. Charles no good out there on the jumper.
And a big 3 from Logan Davis, no good. And KMC has a leg up over the Lions in the 3-point shooting realm. 31% for KMC, 26% for the Lions. A clear example of KMC's ability to shoot the ball. And Logan Davis is off the mark again.
And the foul will be on Logan Davis. And it'll be the team 5th on Goddard this quarter. A big pickup on fouling side for the Lions this quarter.
And Thingvall misses his first.
And a lot less clean basketball in the second half from the Lions, with 1 foul in each of the first 2 quarters, and then 5 fouls in the third, and already 5 in this 4th. And Coach Steve Egg checking out all the seniors from the Crusaders.
And that's always a little hidden gem of high school basketball. The entire crowd clapped, as this is likely the last home game of the season. And KMZ showing off some of their younger talent, some of the future of the program. And off the mark, that's Johnson, and Dalian will get it down the court to Johnson. And in the corner. That's Urlacher. Good.
Crusaders still finding huge shots on offense, even without those senior players in, with Thangval, Powers, and Charles all making huge impacts on this team so far. And huge players in their whole careers here at KMC. And lots of thanks to them from Coach Eck as he came in and has coached this team so well over the past few years.
And Keller inside. Urlacher with the second chance opportunity. And Urlacher is having himself a night. 11 points from the junior as he almost came up with a steal there.
Instead, he will come up with a foul as his arms were tangled up with Jake Jasnowski as he fought for it. And as this game winds down, Goddard Eisenhower will check out their seniors. Micah Johnson and Jake Jasnowski will check out for the final time. In this one, it seems, and definitely an emotional way to go out, as with the Crusader win, it would be the final basketball game of their high school careers.
And for KMC, this will just be another tally to the list of the opponents that they've been able to knock off on their way to the 5A state playoffs. And KMC have a chance to repeat their trip to state championship game. Last year they faced off against crosstown rivals Andover, and that could likely be another rematch in this year's championship game.
And a prevalent team in this 5A playoffs that wasn't as experienced last year is the number 1 seed Mays South. So if they pull out the win tonight over Andover Central, we will have the number 1, number 2 seed matchup next week in Emporia, so a huge one to watch there. As the student section chants for number 20 Reed's Toolsots to be put in the game. Gabe Adams will check in for the Crusaders. And something from the broadcasting crew to all of you watching at home. We'd like to thank you for joining us this basketball season and making all of our hard work pay off with your viewership. And personal thanks from myself and Andrew, along with all of our behind-the-scenes people, Will Hebert running it all for us, and then Millie Stewart, the main engineer behind it all, and William Etheridge making the stats happen for all of you. So we appreciate your support throughout the entire season.
And this is just an excellent way to end the season, Grayson. KMC up by 28, and no sign of that changing as another bucket is scored as Urlacher has 13.
And during that time, number 23 Ashton Sell checked out for Goddard as he was another senior for the Lion squad. And there's what the students wanted. Number 22 Reed Toolsots checking in to the game for the first time.
And with the final home game of the year, you got to crack a grin at that one. They like to call him Ferb for his uncanny likeness to Phineas and Ferb, or to Ferb from the show Phineas and Ferb, as he gets a bucket. And he is a freshman to watch in the years to come for KMC.
And Toolsots with a good defense there. As a jump ball will be called. They were saying All ball there, just got caught up, as it will stay with the Lions.
And Manuel Phillips hit the court pretty hard. That's got to hurt as the final seconds wind down. This team is hurting both mentally and physically with this loss. It's a tough one to face, especially coming on the road. It's a long drive from the west side.
And the baseline ref calling the foul there on Jude Porter as he took the ball away. Not sure how he saw that one, but the clock will wind to an end of this matchup. But there will be 2 free throw shot here, and this will be the end to the Goddard Lions season, as they had a solid season and an unfortunate night for those seniors. But the Crusaders will continue on to Emporia next week to either face Maize South or Andover Central, and they will be a 5A Substate champion here tonight. Go home and celebrate as the Crusaders will continue their march. And this one will be in Emporia. Thank you for joining us this basketball season, as it will be our final time signing off. I'm Grayson Greer.
And I'm Andrew Greer, and we will see you next year. Thank you.